Hello? Oh man, I'm kind of dreading this stream. I got a bad feeling about this one. But yo, what's up, people? I kind of miss my voice a little bit. Hello? We're back. I kind of look like a bum. I feel like a bum. I think I'm getting a little bit of sick. Miss Lethal, yeah. Yo, that's not my job to kill. Oh yeah, I actually contributed a lot to that kill, but that's not my job. You know what I'm saying? I was the one who died. Feels bad, man. It was a close game. We could have won. You know, I think if we like go back to that series, maybe we could have played a little bit better. Maybe could have had better comp picks. My biggest hope is that after like Blizzard seeing like the viewer count and the crowd and shit like that,
we still love you, Chuck.
That they just like make WoW esports bigger. You know what I mean? That's my hope, at least. But yeah, there's a lot of talk about trying to do one more. Only time will tell. It's like way too early for me to even say I'm gonna do a Blizzcon next year. I'm thinking about it a little bit, but a lot of it just comes down to a lot of like other factors and shit like that. Rodney, I appreciate the 11 months, man. We're all proud of you. Don't listen to any of these 1500 plebs. It was a good series. We haven't gotten much negative feedback from losing. If anyone in my stream right now was like in the crowd, like it was actually crazy. That was by far the craziest crowd I've ever seen. Like,
at least that second place money will help you pay for the name change to Owen for Doolittle.
dude, second place is actually a lot of money, but it's not actually about the money, man. Like, Chivalry, appreciate the 9 months. Every tournament I've ever been to, except for this year, I'm always like, as I go through the tournament, I'm like, oh my god, like I just made an extra 4 grand, stuff like that, you know? Like every tournament I ever been to, like, you know, when we're in the round robin, like, oh, how much money do we make when we get out of the round robin? Oh, how much money do we make when we get to second place? I didn't even know how much money I made until after the tournament. I didn't even care to ask, you know what I mean? But second place was as much as regionals, so from regionals and Blizzcon I actually made $25,000, which is a lot of fucking money. But like I said, man, it's not about the money, dude. I could literally close my eyes, and instead of that paladin gating away at fucking 2%, I could just see him dying and me fucking crying on stage. Like I actually would have cried for sure. But it's just it's pretty crazy. Taxes, yeah. Oh, before taxes, of course. Yeah, it was a really good series. I think even though we lost that series, it was like one of my favorite series of all times. And the first thing I said before we even got into the games, I told my team, I was like, this is going to be a grindy fucking series. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that series was going to be one of the longest series of our lives, dude. I knew it was going to fucking come down to Game 7. I knew it was going to be a grinder. I was very, very, like, mentally prepared for, like, a long, like, dragging out series. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to happen. They just have so much depth when it comes to like comps. Go through
you
games.
Needed a
I don't know if I'm
roster
going to.
So Cassie could come in for the Beast Cleave mirror dues.
Oh yeah, is that what we needed? Is that what we needed? Basically, if I try again, it comes down to a lot of things. What's the format? Is it 3-man? Is it 4-man? How do you qualify? You know, etc., etc., etc. It also depends on when qualifications are. I'm getting married next year. So if they're really, really late in the year and qualifications like lap over with my wedding, that's a no-go. If regionals laps over with my wedding, that's a no fucking go.
Whatever you decide to do, man, always gonna support you. Still love you, man.
Who's playing next year? Like who's gonna be my partners? Shit like that. Like there's a lot of factors that go into whether or not I'm gonna be able to play next year, and a lot of it is just like kind of counting on Blizzard to see how like transparent they are with their rules and shit like really early on, you know? Like if we don't hear anything and it's fucking August and qualifications haven't started yet and I'm getting married in a fucking couple weeks, like I can't just go for it, right? Like I don't know, man. It was a good series. Do you think
continuing Prod Holy and Hansen to Resto Druid Beast Cliff was the wrong call?
Yes.
Instead of whipping out FPS sooner?
Yeah. We talked about it, but FPP versus like, you know, Feral Shadow Priest versus Beast Cleave is really scary. We knew Feral Shadow Priest shit on Resto Druids, but we weren't certain with the matchup. A lot of it was just like we didn't know the matchups. So we got really close to winning the Ashmane's game. I thought we got really close, and we thought, you know, after we talked about it, we could do a little bit better. But after we lost that, we knew we just had to all in with FPP. It could have been a 3-2 series. I think we would have beat them on Ash Mains as FPP. And then what would have happened was they would have queued Demo Lock Enhanced. They probably would have beat us, and it would have came down to a Game 7. It would have came down to a Game 7 mirror. And
maybe
the mirror,
a Counter-Strike World Championship is in the works.
The mirror as Demo Enhanced Holy Pally is actually atrocious. Like I can't confidently say we would win that mirror because it's just so much RNG with procs, with double dooms, with soul conduits. It's literally the grossest mirror I've ever seen. So if we would have made that move, it would have came down to a Game 7 mirror, and I don't know if we would have won that. Like, it simply would have been up to fate, and fate did not want me winning that tournament. I was pretty sad at first. I felt like I had my dreams just fucking stripped. I literally felt like my heart got ripped out, dude. It was pretty shitty. But I mean, you gotta be happy with how far we came and like how much we accomplished and stuff. I'm pretty happy with like how well we did in the tournament, and like honestly the most like supportive, or the best thing for me was just the crowd. Like after every game, them cheering for us. There was people cheering for Splice too, don't get me wrong, but it's just people were there to like support WoW Esports, and WoW had the biggest crowd, and that makes me really happy. And WoW had 80,000 viewers with other tournaments going on, and that makes me really happy. So I just hope that WoW just gets the recognition that I think it deserves. If that was like $1 million prize pool or something, I bet it would even have more viewers.
Best games I've ever seen.
I just think that's like a really good step in the right direction for Legion, and I hope that Blizzard kind of sees the potential that this game has, and the fan base that it has and stuff like that.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely.